Hey, what's up? So today we're just talking about like something called fast money. So it typically refers to making large amount of money quickly or often through high risk investments, strategies, or speculative ventures. That's really not the case. Through high risk investments, it's really information and how you proceed to look at information. While it is possible to make money quickly through these methods, often involves high degree of risk and can lead to significant financial loss. I'm not really sure, but if that's the statement, like the definition of high degree or risk that can lead to significant financial loss, I mean, isn't everything run with information? So if you have the information, um, you know, can you really have a loss in there, or you know what I mean? Like, how could you lose if you know you're gonna win? Why would you bet something if you know you're gonna it's a 0-0, some game? It is important to note that the building wealth and financial security typically requires a long-term approach that involves patience, diligence, and consistent effort. While there are no guarantees in investing or businesses, taking well-informed and measured approach to money management is usually the most reliable way to achieve financial success. It is important to note that building wealth and financial security typically requires a long term approach that involves patience, diligence, and consistent effort. Give me a second. Long term. Like, what do you mean by long term? So, long term financial strategies, it means approaches that are focused on building wealth and financial stability over an extended period of time, typically several years or even decades. This can involve investing in diversified portfolios, um, long term financial strategies, typically consistency, discipline, and patience over short term gains. They may involve in regular contribution to investment or savings accounts, sticking to a budget, and avoiding high risk or speculative investments that could lead to significant losses. While it can be tempting to try to make quick gains in the stock market or through other investment strategies, the reality is that sustainable financial success often requires to a long-term approach that balances risk and reward. Takes a like I said, if you have the information, you know how to make the money, or someone's teaching you how to make the money. There's no really that much financial loss or risk. What do you mean by risk? We're not jumping. We're not doing something physical. It's just dope, like something like a rush in our head. It's something that's metaphysical. It's a brain thing, not physical thing. So, fight or flight kind of thing. It doesn't really. I like. What do you mean? It's either you make a decision to proceed to make that decision, or you choose to ignore that decision and move on. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, what do you mean by high risk investments, or like people are making a lot of money off of construction, um, real estate, um, marketing, online. People are talking about the stock market, the 401k, blah blah blah. You know, I'm talking about like making money really quick, fast money. So give me a second. I'm trying to find out what businesses make fast money. So yeah, of course, recessions or something like a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic that patched the system like COVID, you know, and people actually lost jobs and stuff like that. That's something that's out of our control. You know, the recessions and booming markets and recession and booming markets. That kind of stuff is like macro. If we would really want to think micro, I mean, people don't want to become people want to live without pain, so that fast money isn't really about the stock market. I don't know. Information, I believe information is more important than um putting money on, trying to see if it's if it blossoms or whatever. It's difficult to predict which businesses will make fast money, as it can vary depending on a wide range of factors, including market conditions, competition, consumer trends, and other variables. However, there are some types of businesses that may more likely generate quick profits. So I agree that consumer preferences drive the market. So competition is there's really no such thing as competition if we don't. I mean, look how many people are in the world. They're just gonna keep going, including markets, conditions, consumer trends. I think is really important. Consumer trends, I think, drives a lot of markets. And this is just my perspective as how I'm seeing it right now. How I'm seeing my like going outside, walking, and seeing online, and talking, and seeing people driving nice cars, and of course you gotta work, but running around in circles isn't really considered working. Or some people it's okay, some people it's not okay. It all depends on your preferences. Yeah, online businesses, e-commerce, and other online ventures can be started quickly and relatively low startup costs. So what's saying is fast money is online businesses, real estate. So land is like really cool. Real estate is can be potentially yield quick returns, especially investors identity. So like what that means to me is like so for example, when a city like let's say 2012 houses were going for like 300K, and then now 2023 is going for 1 million. I guess inflation does increase the price of real estate. But the thing is, you have to take under considerations as well, like people's income and other variables, and it's easy to think now, but like I said, information is more important than anything. Information, whatever that means. It is important to note, however, trading and speculation, while high risk trading and speculative investments like stock, cryptocurrencies, and other assets can potentially generate quick profits of if the investors accurately predict the market trends. So like trading stocks and stuff, like you know, what I found about trading stocks is like it's just there. It's just there, for like someone like like somebody that's like ordinary like me, like doesn't really have that much information. Stock market opens at 9 a.m. here and then closes at 4 p.m. in China. It opens, I think, different. You have to know so much stuff, and you have to know the right people. So whatever that means. It is important to note, however, these types of businesses always involve significant risk and potential downsides. It's just negative right there. Invest in, like, talking about fast money. Like we go to gym, we could take certain supplements, drugs, to make us much better, to achieve our goal. Of course, there's a downfall for that. It's not really called a risk. It's like, you have the information, you could research, and then you can find out. Blah blah blah. Investing in a business, pursuing entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship. In Canada, it's not really entrepreneurship. Our government really doesn't. It's not structured for entrepreneurship. It's not. It's licenses. It's stuff like that. That's what I see. I never saw nobody in Canada create something without America helping them out, or in America or something. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see that many Canadians being entrepreneurship as our neighbors as America, and that's because of you know like patches and systems and shit. Types. Research and willingness to take risk. It's generally advisable to seek professional guidance. I love that word, professional, and the other word guidance. Professional guidance. To me, that means like someone that's a pro at what they're doing. However, if there's like a 500,000 professionals, you really think they have all the same information? So, but I like it is cool. Seek for help or guidance. Before the internet, we didn't know really how to get 6-pack abs or stuff like that. And the only way we could have done it was like asking for someone for help or getting information, inside information. But now we live with so much information. I'm pretty sure people already know how to joke, people already know how to make money. It's just, I don't know, it's just information. Before making any major business decisions. So for an ordinary person like me, making major business decisions, you should ask for guidance. However, like I said, for an ordinary person, you don't really have that much leisure activity to ask for guidance to make a decision. All we have right now is the internet, or asking your neighbor, or nothing. You can't really stretch your arms to ask a professional, because number one, it doesn't cross your mind when you're doing it. When you're making a strategic decision, you have so much other variables in mind. And that's where my mind is right now, to making fast money. It's so far what I've learned is fast money typically refers to making large amount of money quickly off. So that's by definition. High risk investment strategies, speculative ventures. While it's possible to make money through these methods, it often involves high degree of risk and can lead to significant financial loss, which I think is wrong. Because information is important, and we could go on Reddit, we could go on forums and stuff like that, but I don't know. The black internet market. What do you mean by black? Let me see. And you can't say what is ethical, unethical ways to make financial money. What do you mean? So there are a lot of money schemes or high risk investments that promise quick returns and often associated with significant risks and potential losses. Making sound financial decisions typically requires well-informed and measured approaches that considers many factors, such as personal financial goals, risk tolerance, and market conditions. It's generally advisable and to consult with a financial legal experts that conduct through research before making any major investment decisions. And we do that, right? We do ask for, and they all say, it all takes effort takes time, and if you're dedicated, you can succeed. But sometimes you're running in circles. You see an opportunity, you take it, and then you fall back, and then it's just like running in loops until you get burnt out, or you change your mind, or you delete all your hard work, or you just so like I said, it's information. It's all about information. Pretty depressing, but thanks.